I'm gonna end it.
Hey everybody, welcome to Cinema Heads. Of course, I'm JP. Today I got Matt with me.
What's up, man?
Today we are going to be discussing, of course, the new Marvel movie that came out this weekend, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
So, of course, this movie stars Brie Larson as Captain Marvel herself, Carol Danvers. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm looking at Adrian. He's trying to distract us.
He's throwing keys around during a video.
So if you hear random laughs in the background, he is here. He just, sometimes needs to feel important and be in every video. So.
Yeah, he's laughing also, and he's dropping cups, so it's Adrian.
But anyways, back to the movie. Of course, it stars Brie Larson as Captain Marvel.
Brie deliciousness.
And then it has Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury.
Yeah, Nick Fury.
And that's basically the main two stars of the movie.
It really is.
There's a few other people, but those are the main ones. They're the main people we need to focus on. So I'm just going to ask flat out. I'm not going to go over the plot too much. It takes place in the 90s. Basically, it's her origin story, more or less.
Yeah, which I don't know if we need another origin story, but yeah.
Yeah, especially this late in the game with all the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But just ask Matt what you thought about the movie.
Dude, I don't know. I was really on the ropes. Like, movie-wise, I thought it was a good movie, but to me it was long. And it seemed really boring. It seemed to have a lot of dry parts in it. And it seemed that we didn't need another origin story. And then the thing with Nick Fury, like, he was so cheery and happy and jumping up and down. And
it was almost his origin story, too. Like, both in the same movie.
It really was. It was like S.H.I.E.L.D.'s origin story, his origin story, her origin story. It was like a whole bunch of stuff that we already know what happens. Mm-hmm. And it just, I don't know. I don't want to say it was a bad movie, but compared to the other movies that have been out, and compared to Wonder Woman, and compared to the Black Panther, and it didn't hold water to any of those. Even the first Iron Man, like, it didn't even hold water to that movie. Like, this is definitely a low tier movie to me, man. I didn't like it that much.
See, I don't feel that bad about it. I still think it's a good movie. I think it's definitely worth watching, worth checking out. It's not one of the top tier Marvel movies, though. No, it's not Black Panther. It's not any of the Avengers movies, really. Thor Ragnarok. It's not any of those.
No.
But I still thought it was decent. I thought Brie Larson as Captain Marvel was really good.
Yeah.
The part that I was kind of confused about, though, is they play Captain Marvel up, basically, like you kind of touched on it, to be Marvel's version of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And she's not a very big character in the comic books, never has been, never been a big focal point. And this movie was not as good as Wonder Woman. I know a lot of people compare it to being Marvel's version of Wonder Woman, but to me it just wasn't as good.
It wasn't, man. Wonder Woman had a lot of inconsistencies, and if you guys watch these videos, know I hate inconsistencies. And this movie didn't really have too many of them, but there's a lot of parts that were just cheesy and didn't make too much sense to me.
Speaking of inconsistencies, one thing I was confused on, and I'm not sure actually which is correct, but is the Tesseract Cube supposed to be frozen with Captain America, or did that happen yet or not? So how did that happen?
That should have already happened, but they dug up the Tesseract. They found the Tesseract Cube. Somebody found the Tesseract Cube. That's what she was working on. So maybe she's the one that found it. I don't remember the whole story, but yeah, that's because that happened in the 70s or 80s when the whole Captain America thing happened.
Well, Captain America thing happened in the 40s.
The 40s, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, so
and then he was frozen for a long time, and then they unfroze him. Yeah. But I thought they unfroze him later on.
Yeah, so he's still frozen, but they found the Tesseract first.
Okay.
Yeah, that was found first.
Because that seemed a little odd to me. I wasn't sure what was correct there, but...
What's odd to me is the Tesseract is just the whole circle of everything.
Right.
Like, you can't find another plot or another story for her. Like, it had to be the Tesseract. Like, every story for Marvel so far has been that Tesseract.
A lot of them have been.
That has. And I get it's the most powerful god weapon or whatever you want to call it, but even when people control the Tesseract, it doesn't seem that strong. But then they make it out to be the strongest thing ever. So I don't get it. I didn't like that part either. Like he said, that was kind of a weird part to me. Like, she could have just made the energy or space or whatever she was trying to make the hyper jump. She could just make that, and they can like without the Tesseract. Like,
and
honestly, this had to include the damn thing.
To me, like like I said, Brie Larson was great, but the only other character that really stole the show to me was the cat, Goose.
That thing, that was cheesy. I didn't get that either. I didn't like that too much either. I thought you liked Jude Law.
It was entertaining, though.
You like Jude Law's character?
I mean, he was okay.
I mean, he wasn't in it very much, but
yeah, exactly. There wasn't enough of it to really.
Yeah, and then the Skrull being a good band of people. I don't know if I like that too much.
They are kind of in the comic books. It's when Super Skrull comes along.
Yeah, okay,
but that's a different character. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like it. I don't need another origin story.
I do have a few questions afterwards, but let's just do our ratings. Get that out of the way. What do you think?
I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10. You know, like
that
I said, it wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It was just right.
Like I said, I don't think it's a top tier Marvel movie, but I still thought it was good. I'd probably give it like a 6.5, 7.
Really?
It was still entertaining. I have to say it had one of the most, to me, entertaining fight scenes in a Marvel movie, because the part where, this spoiler, but she's fighting with a group of Krees, there's like 5 of them,
yeah.
And then the part towards the end where she fights against them, because she finds out they're the actual evil ones, that was one of the coolest fighting scenes in any Marvel film, I think. The
fighting scenes I really liked, but they just seemed so far and few in between. And then she couldn't control her power. She couldn't use them all until the end. Like, it's just a whole...
Again, it's an origin
it's a whole other origin story that we did not need. It just didn't... Like I said, we didn't need it. It didn't make sense. And then she had no memory. I mean, I get you have to build off of it. We have to try to figure out, for those who don't watch Marvel movies, we have to figure out who she is and what she does. But, I mean, half the time, like you said, she's not in the comics. And if she is, she's just in there for a brief second to destroy something and bounce, because she's one of the strongest in the universe, or whatever you want to say. But... I mean, just in the X-Men cartoon, that's how Rogue gets her powers. Just takes them from Captain Marvel. So.
Speaking of that, because I actually wanted to say something about that, is even though I rated this movie kind of a 6.5, 7, I rated it decently high, I don't want to see a second one.
Yeah.
I would rather them carry it off to set up to other things. And one thing I would love to see is them set up to Rogue, because Rogue gets her powers from Carol Danvers. Yeah. And they need to bring a real X-Men person into the film, maybe not the whole X-Men crew, but I think Rogue would be a great female character to build off of. It'd be a lot better, in my opinion, than Captain Marvel.
That's agreed. I totally agree with that. I don't think they should make a second one. They're probably going to, because I'm sure it's already made millions at the box office, so they're probably going to get a second one. But yeah, tying Rogue into, and if they did a second one, maybe tie Rogue into and end it. You know, let Rogue take the powers, and then.
I still want to see more of Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, but keep it for the Avengers movies, have her have cameos in other films. I don't know that we necessarily need to see another full film on this character, though.
No, because, I mean, what else are you going to do now? I mean, she did her origin story. She's going to be in the Avengers Endgame. I mean, we already know that. I mean, what else would you do with her? Because she's not that... All she's trying to do is build a home planet for the Skrull. And she's trying to stop the...
that's how the movie ends, but then in the end credits scene, again, spoilers, but she comes back, of course, to help Captain America,
which we all saw.
We all knew that was going to happen, but...
Yeah, I don't know. And it shows how Nick Fury lost his eye, I guess.
Yeah, which was kind of silly.
That was the part of the inconsistency that I didn't like. Like, that stupid cat was friendly... And then nobody questioned the cat. Like, it was smarter than a normal cat. It was running around all the place. It was helping them find stuff. It was in the ship against the box, and it falls down, and then it turns out to be an alien. Mm-hmm. He was in love with Nick Fury, but then, spoiler alert, scratches his eye.
Yeah.
So,
and there's really no explanation for it, because they're like best friends the whole time.
And he's literally just holding on, "You're a good kitty," and then none of it. Not that part. No part of the damn cat could have been left completely out. But shout out to Agent Coulson, because he's in it and I love him. He's one of my favorites.
All right, well, that's it for me. Do you have anything else you want to add on?
No, if you want to go see the movie, definitely go see it. I mean, it's a good watch. It's a good sit down and watch to figure out what's going on. It ties in to what we're going to see at Endgame. So, I mean, if you want something to have a spacer to Endgame, that's what I feel like this is. This is kind of like, we just got done watching Fastlane, which is WWE's pay-per-view before WrestleMania. It's just filler, and I feel like that's what this movie is. It's just filler to the main event. So
it's a filler movie, but it's still decent. It's still worth checking out.
It's still decent.
And if you enjoy the 90s culture, it's kind of a throwback to that. So
I did love
that was kind of entertaining. But
I miss the 90s, man. I'm
Yeah.
old. We done? We done?
Yeah.
All right, well.
Go ahead and take us out of here.
And of course, this has been Cinema Heads. We watch the movie so you know what to check out. And again, if you want to check that movie out, do it. If not, you're not missing much. And remember, if you get us to 100 subs by sharing and subscribing, we're going to give away pop vinyls. Beautiful, beautiful pop vinyls. Some of these beauties back here and the hundreds that I have. Also, if you like this video, give us that beautiful thumbs up. And share and subscribe. And Adrian is right in my face right now. It's really awkward. This video, boom, it's done.
Oh, hey, baby. Welcome home. How was your day? It was great. I slayed some zombies and some aliens, and we won the war. What'd you do today? Oh, you know, I just watched Cinema Heads. I shared, subscribed, and gave them a thumbs up to like their videos. What? That seems way more important than what I did. I'm gonna get on that computer right now. I'm gonna share those videos and like them and subscribe. I'm gonna get it done. Get it done. Yes, baby, get it done. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get it done. Subscribe.